All right. So now we discuss how to use the Christ sacrifice to fight demonic love. And what do I mean by demonic love? You know, when you love a demon, most of you don't even understand that you love demons. When you love a demon, he's gonna try and get you to sacrifice your love for those that you should be loving, for your brothers and sisters, your true family, those who are with you when you're there with the Lord, the family that is of the Almighty. And they want you to sacrifice your love for them so that you can start loving those who are a family to demons and such. Yeah. So the mantra that I gave you, this is a mantra you say to yourself: I do not have to sacrifice for love because Christ already did that. This is what you say to yourself whenever you start to have thoughts of attacking others because of someone you love. Yeah. Whenever someone you love makes you feel like attacking someone else, you must say this to yourself: I do not have to sacrifice for love because Christ already did that. Yeah. Because these demons, once you love them, sometimes they can get you to attack others without actually saying it to you. But if the demon never says it to you, then he can always turn around and say to you, I never said that. Where did you get that impression? So you must, whenever you feel like someone you love wants you to attack another human being to make them feel better, you must say that to yourself: I do not have to sacrifice for love because Christ already did that. When this doesn't work, getting you to think that they want you to do it, because they're demonic, they might go as far as telling you it, saying to you, listen, we want you to attack this person. You love us. If you love us, you have to attack this person. So when they do that, you must tell them, this is when you say the same mantra, but now you're saying it to a third party, to another individual. We do not have to sacrifice for love because Christ already did that. Whatever they want to sacrifice, whatever they want you to sacrifice, that's what you must add in here. Yeah. So they normally want you to sacrifice a love for something else. Yeah. They'll tell you basically, you either love us or you don't. If you love us, you stop loving these people. Yeah. But yet Christ will never tell you to stop loving anyone. He even tells you to love your enemies. So even if they're enemies to us, they can't be telling you not to love us because, well, you know, that's not love. Right. So let's get into some examples. Case 1. Let's say, for example, hold on one second. The fact that another person is healthy is making your beloved feel miserable. And they give you the impression that they will feel better if you attacked and gave that person a disease. Now let's say somebody's sitting there, is healthy in their life, you know, they're bubbling, they're jumping around, and then you look at your beloved and they feel miserable. Yeah. So they feel unhappy every time they see this man healthy or this woman healthy. And then you start to think to yourself, you get the impression, you start to think to yourself that my beloved wants me to attack someone else, wants me to attack that person for being healthy. So if I stop that person from being healthy, my beloved will feel better. Whenever you start to get those feelings, yeah, whenever you start to feel like that, to get the impression, you must, the application of the mantra, you must actually say the mantra to yourself. Because the sacrifice that is being sought by the demon is, a demon is trying to make you sacrifice the love you should have for your neighbor or stranger, for your beloved. So they're giving you that impression so that you can sacrifice the love you should have for your strangers and neighbors. Yeah, for your beloved. Your beloved hasn't said anything, so there's no point doing anything to him. You could turn around and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I just do my face like that. It doesn't mean that I'm asking you to do anything. So you must do yourself. And you must say the mantra to yourself whenever this case comes up. Because that is what you're sacrificing. The love you should have for your neighbors is what you're sacrificing. And remember, you do not, in this instance, you say, I do not have to sacrifice the love I have for strangers and my neighbor, because Christ already did that. Yeah? Christ already sacrificed himself for my beloved. So I don't have to sacrifice myself for my beloved. Christ already did that. Christ already gave himself as a sacrifice. Yeah? So that my beloved can be free. Right? So let's move on to the next case. Your beloved tells you that another person's success is making them feel miserable, and they ask you to attack that person to take away his or her victory and success. Yeah, so let's say somebody has managed to successfully complete a physical assault course, or I don't know, successfully complete a degree, or successfully land a job, for example. Yeah, and your beloved, yeah, tells you that, oh, this is making me feel bad. It's making me feel bad for this person to have won this, for this person to have completed this degree, for this and then you resort to trying to sabotage the ceremony so that the person doesn't realize, that their victory of having attained a degree, or you try to sabotage their protein so that every time they lift a weight and to complete a physical assault course, they become ill. As I've heard of people dying of heart attacks because they've had dodgy supplements. Before you get to that stage, remember, yeah, the sacrifice that you're making. Your beloved and the demon inside them are trying to make you sacrifice the love you should have for your neighbor and stranger with emotional blackmail. In this case, you must first of all tell yourself, I do not have to sacrifice the love I have for strangers and my neighbor because Christ already did that. Then you should turn around and tell your beloved, who's the third party here, you should tell him, we do not have to sacrifice our love for our neighbors and strangers because Christ already did that. Yeah, Christ was the sacrifice. Yeah, you want somebody to be punished for your neighbor having success. Christ was that punishment. Christ was that sacrifice. Yeah, look at Christ then. Yeah, if you want somebody to be punished or to die because your neighbor has completed a degree or lifted a 100 kilograms or had some success in his life, if you really want to see someone die, look at Christ. Christ already did that. You must tell them that. Yeah, you see how Christ sacrificed himself so that we don't have to. We don't have to do that. And you don't have to sacrifice anyone else either. So the third case, actually I've written more cases, but as and when they come, I'll write them down anyway. Your beloved watches another person and then objects when they see success coming into their life. Now remember, success hasn't come yet, but they see, let's say somebody's about to win the lottery or something. I don't know. Yeah, and this your beloved is watching them, yeah, and they see that the victory is about to come. Yeah, and then they say to you, that's not fair. And obviously, they say this to you as to encourage you or give you the impression that they want you to block the other person's success or sabotage it. Then you go out of your way to make sure that that success does not reach that person and he doesn't see it with his eyes. Yeah. You must first of all, before you do that, do yourself. I do not have to sacrifice, yeah, for love because Christ already did that. The love you're going to sacrifice is this one. Your beloved and the demon inside them want you to sacrifice your love and obedience to your Creator. For thou shalt not covet. And your beloved is doing just that. So, you do yourself. I do not have to sacrifice my love and obedience to the Creator because Christ already did that. Yeah? He already did that. Okay? Do you see how Christ saves it? Then you turn around and tell your beloved, the third party, we do not have to sacrifice our obedience and love to the Creator, because Christ already did that. He saved us from having to do that. If you want somebody to be punished for your neighbor having success in his life, look at Christ. Christ was sacrificed for that. Christ was the sacrifice. This is how you use it. Yeah, this is how you use the Christ sacrifice to fight demonic love. When the ones you love are the demons that are getting you to sacrifice your love for those that you should love. Before you turn this world into hell, yeah, by loving the demons, you should turn this world into a heavenly thing by loving those who are aligned with the Almighty.